Hey, hello there, and welcome back. Why don't we just hand the work orders that make up our turnaround work scope to the craft teams and let them get on with executing the work? Well, that's not an uncommon question. And it's probably best to start by answering it by saying what detailed job planning is not, because there's a bit of a misunderstanding there, which leads to this type of a question. Detailed job planning has nothing whatsoever to do with job instruction. Okay? That's not the point of the whole thing. Now, I will say a caveat, something I've learned in the last year or so. I had the good fortune to be working with a pretty senior maintenance planner in a different facility that they hold the same turnaround work package standard as a standard for their maintenance planning. And in that case, as a part of the overall structure, how they're running their maintenance department, they are using detailed job packaging as a part of the work instruction to their apprentices. But that is not anything whatsoever to do with why we do it internally. That is a completely different value-added thing that team has figured out how to get, and good for them. I'm actually pretty impressed with the way they were doing things. Turnaround planning, though, is done for a bunch of reasons that have nothing to do with telling craftsmen how to do their work. The first reason is estimating. And this, there are still an awful lot of people out there that think that estimating is some sort of a wizardry thing. Some old graybeard pulls numbers off the top of his head and those are estimates. Those aren't estimates. That's just silly. It was silly in the 50s when it became common. Those are guesses, and that's all they are. And, some people guess more accurately than others, but that's the best you can say about it. One of the points of detailed job planning is now we can produce real estimates, class estimates. We can create a class 3, a meaningful class 3 estimate to use as a control budget. That means that we have numbers that are actually achievable, not just numbers somebody made up, not just some, wizard of guesstimation number. So that's one good reason. It's as turnaround manager, it's my favorite reason. It gives me confidence about my cost estimates. Another good reason is to produce a documented methodology that can be improved upon to feed our continuous improvement system. Because if a job package doesn't work out 100% perfectly this time, we have the opportunity to fix that up a little bit, and when we reissue it next time, get a lot better product. So that's another really good reason for detailed job packaging. Detailed job packaging also allows us to build detailed job schedules, to know with a very high degree of certainty how much time it's going to take to complete each of these various different things that we're being asked to complete. There's a bunch of lesser reasons as well that detailed job packaging contributes to. But the main thing we're clearing up here today is get it out of your head that you've got turnaround planners and turnaround engineers thinking that they're so good that they're instructing boilermakers and pipe fitters into how to do their work. That's not what's happening at all. I'm really regretful that whole thought ever got out there, because it's just insulting to the workforce is what it is, and it was never the intent, and it's never been why we've been doing it. So hope that clears it up. The reason we do such meticulous, detailed job planning is so that we can build a meaningful, representative, and completable plan. And we know how much it's going to cost before we start spending money. That's why we do it. We don't do it to tell people how to do their job. Peace out. Have a good day.